Right now, our future lies somewhere between the certainty of decline and the probability of catastrophe. The United States of America is most certainly on the decline. I believe that the government of the United States of America has done this on purpose. The progressives in government have done this on purpose to change this country because they don't believe in the way that this country was founded. They don't believe the way the Constitution was written in the Bill of Rights, because it limits government's power over the people. And what has happened is all of these people who want to change this country look to Europe for their inspiration on how this country should be run. And I think it's the accents, I really do, because the intellectuals in Europe, they just seem so much smarter because of their accents. If you listen to a British person or someone from Germany or France and you listen to them speak, they sound more credible because of their accents. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the American ear. We're so used to listening to people like George Bush and, the Southern drawl, or so we seem ignorant, even though, we're far superior to the Europeans because we understand freedom, and we understand that a country, strives when its people are free. The country becomes rich through the richness of its citizens, not from the power of government, limiting the wealth of people. They talk about taxes. If everybody's broke, where are you going to get these taxes? I heard someone say the other day, it's like, if everybody gets on the cart, the dole, who's going to pull the cart? Who's going to pull it? Who's going to finance all of these entitlement programs if you destroy the people who have wealth? You destroy the people who create jobs. How do you finance it? You can't, and they know that. That's why it's a continual decline, and it will be a continual decline until they get everybody on one level playing field. Okay, there'll be two classes in this country. There'll be a government class, and then there'll be the people below. And everybody will be taken care of, similar to the way they're taken care of in, Cuba. These people admire these dictators and the way they've been able to control their population and have power over the people. In this country, our Constitution and our Bill of Rights gives the people the power over the government, but that's changing. That's been changing for quite some time. And they're ushering all of this in through crisis. Everything's a crisis now. The reason why it's a crisis is because for years the government has, certain movements within the government, certain movements within the system of the government of the United States of America has been undermining the system, to collapse the system, to push for laws that create crisis. For example, laws in the insurance companies, which allowed the insurance companies to, become the monsters that they are today. The financial industry, to lift regulations, to turn a blind eye to corruption, to usher in the financial collapse. I mean, that's what our government has done. They did it. They did. We did not do that. The people were just, watching, American Idol and not really paying attention, and they realized, that their bank was offering loans and they could get them, and they thought that the country was going in a great direction. The stock market was rising, the government was lying about the outsourcing of jobs and, lying about unemployment, and because they set it up in such a way that you don't really get the right number, the accurate number. It's not accurate. 9.7? That's not accurate to the unemployment in the United States of America, and we all know it. But our government is doing this on purpose. They're ushering in the decline to ultimate catastrophe as far as I'm concerned. And the catastrophe is the people are going to lose their rights. People say, oh, you're not going to lose your rights. You are. You're going to lose them. This is going to become an Orwellian country. Police state. You know, it's just, it's a shame. It's a shame that the people in this country are falling for all of these, you know, do-gooder policies. And on their face they seem humanitarian, but in reality they're totalitarian. This government feels as though that altruism should be administered through government. And altruism, charity, comes from individuals. If a government takes the role of the provider of altruism, they have to steal it from its people, from the people, through taxation. I think they're ushering us into some world community. They're destroying our military right now as we speak. They've cut the funding and they're depleting our forces. They're depleting our stockpiles of weapons. They've taken our nuclear deterrent off the table, which opens the door to proxy wars against the United States of America. Big governments funding smaller governments that hate America to attack America, knowing that we will not retaliate with nuclear weapons. I'm like Bush, I can't say nuclear. Nuclear. God bless the Tea Parties, the Tea Party goers. I think that they're true, excuse me, true Americans. And they're standing up for what is right. And they're being demonized for it. Called racists and angry mobs and Timothy McVeigh wannabes. When the real true radicals are residing in the White House and in our Congress. And the Republicans they only look good because Obama looked so bad. They brought us here too. They were there. When I talk about this, I talk about government. It's the total government. Republican, Democrat. They no longer represent the people. They represent their party and their interests, which gives their party power. And that's all. God bless America.